Stamina is like the first thing you have to master in any combat sport. It could be boxing, karate, or mixed martial arts. All of them are sports which require a lot of stamina. A lot of people also get their hands tired when they keep it up for a long time or get gassed out in their sparring sessions. So I will cover everything about stamina in this video. Let's get straight into the first tip, and it is one of the most important tips. The real way to improve stamina in any sport is to set a goal for something and keep pushing past the goal. For example, you should set a goal to run 5 miles but run 6 miles. The next time I mean stamina is getting your body used to something it has never done before. Your body starts to adapt to what you put it through. In simple words, just keep beating your record from the last time and keep breaking the record till you reach your ideal goal. Alright, so let's continue on to the tip number 2 on how to max out your stamina for boxing. So the second tip is to do interval training. So interval training is combining low intensity and high intensity drill together. One example of interval training is light running for 10 minutes. And then going on sprints where you run at full speed. The reason why interval training works so well is because it increases your stamina by making your body adapt to something extremely demanding. It also improves your breathing capacity by making your lungs work better. Additionally, it makes your cardiovascular system better. There are many other ways in which you can do this type of training. One of them is doing it on a heavy bag. It is so useful and will give you quick results. Once you have reached a certain level of training, you will be in a class of your own. Let's talk about the third tip on how to get your stamina right for boxing or mixed martial arts. So the third tip is to do a lot of bag work and keep continuing to hit the bag even if you are tired. Make sure to keep a good form and technique. You can go to any boxing gym. The first thing you will see is a bunch of people punching the heavy bag. It has many benefits and stamina is one of them. Once you do it for a couple of days, you will see that your hands also get less tired when you keep your guard up. The best part about this drill is that it never gets boring. If it gets boring, just put on some music on a speaker. Try different combinations, and the best combination, just to improve stamina in boxing, is jab and cross. Just keep throwing that combination once you are tired. It is a sort of interval training. Alright, let's move on to the fourth tip on how to master your stamina for boxing. So the fourth tip on improving stamina is to get good at breathing. So while throwing punches, you should be exhaling because it makes you less tired and also helps generate more power into your punches. You should have to have good control over your breathing. You don't want to be breathing too lightly because you will have to breathe more just to get some air. Just make sure to stay relaxed and don't be scared. If you are scared, you won't have controlled breathing. You can do exercises to help enhance your breathing. It only takes a few minutes a day. Let's talk about the fifth tip on how to max out your stamina for combat sports. The fifth tip is to do a lot of road work. The reason why I tell people to do a lot of road work is because it is one of the most common and the best ways to improve stamina for any combat sport. You can go look up Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali. Both of them have videos of them running a few miles. If you are new, your first goal should be to hit 2 miles and gradually build yourself up to running 5 miles. It might seem hard at first, but it takes some time till you get better. You just have to stay consistent. Running anywhere to 4 times a week is enough. You can also use a 15-minute run as a warm-up. Alright, let's move on to the sixth tip on how to max out your stamina for boxing or mixed martial arts. The sixth tip is plyometrics training. The reason why plyometrics is important in any combat sport is because it builds muscle, strength, and stamina at the same time. It enhances your overall performance, for example, doing ball slams on a wall, makes your shoulders stronger, which helps you keep your guard up in boxing or any sport for a longer time. The best benefit of plyometrics is that it makes you look better in the gym too because your physique and core gets bigger and stronger. We will be moving on to the seventh tip on how to max out your stamina for boxing before moving on. I want to say that if you've been boxing for a while, you most likely have surpassed most in the world in a fight. So the seventh tip to get a better stamina in boxing, sparring more often. Some people only spar once a month, which is kind of less so. I would say sparring at least once a week or 3 times a month. If you are busy, will help a lot. If you have time to train, you can be sparring up to 2 times a week. Make sure that you are light sparring often instead of hard sparring, because hard sparring often can cause you to have brain damage. You probably already know that sparring is where you learn everything because it is the closest thing to a fight. Let's talk about the eighth tip, which is to warm up and not get injured. Warming up before going to the fighting gym can change your performance by a lot. Warming up is crucial because if you get injured, you can't do anything. Shoulder injuries are the most common injury in boxing, and the best thing about it is that it can be prevented most of the time if you warm up before training and keep a good form and technique. Having your shoulders injured is one of the worst things that can happen to you. But if you stretch or rotate your shoulders before training for like 5 minutes, you can prevent it from happening. If any muscle in your body is injured, you can't keep up your your stamina for a long time because of the pain on your muscle. Some good workouts you can do as a warm-up are a few push-ups or pull-ups, jumping rope, or a 10 to 15 minute run. I just combine some of them all up. Just stretch up for 3 minutes, run for 10 minutes, and do like 15 pull-ups and 10 push-ups. It gets you warmed up and good to go. The 9th tip to instantly increase stamina for boxing is good nutrition and sleep. Yeah, everyone gives this tip, but no one tells you what to eat before going to the fighting gym. The answer is eat something light like an apple, bro. Don't eat anything right when you are gonna go train. Eat something like an hour before. Drink a ton of water before training because you will be out there sweating if you are training hard. Just get over 7 hours of sleep and get some sunlight. Make sure you are feeling good and ready to train. You gotta be at your peak if you wanna be one of the greats. Alright, let's summarize almost all of the tips and then move on to the last tip. To improve stamina, you need to keep breaking your records, eat healthy food, and get good rest. Once you have got that part, you should improve your road work and make sure you are warming up well so you don't get injured while training. You should keep hitting the heavy bag even when you are tired so you can build more stamina. Using interval training is one of the best ways to increase your stamina. Plyometrics can also help your stamina by a lot. Doing workout like burpees and jumping jacks can help you out by a lot. Let's talk about the 10th tip, which is very important. The last tip is maintaining a balance of energy throughout the fight or the sparring session. This is very important. So, for example, if you are in a fight, it is very normal to get tired. Even professional fighters get tired many times. But if you can remain calm and back down for a bit when you are tired by using a jab to maintain distance from your opponent, it can give you some time to get your energy back. The key is balancing your energy throughout the fight, like knowing when to charge on your opponent and knowing when to back down. If you are extremely tired and can barely move, there is no point in closing in towards your opponent trying to win by technical knockout. You just don't want to be out there making mistakes. If it is an amateur fight, it's a different thing. You have to be charging most of the time. Yeah, in some fights you have to back down for a bit. But if it is a hard sparring session or a pro fight, you have to learn how to back down. I mean, it is common knowledge. Just remain calm too. You don't want to be making mistakes which can cost you a fight. Alright, so always keep training and be consistent. See you on top.